on top of the hospitality boxes, but I can assure you they're not very hospitable. We're out here in the elements. It's drizzling, and I can only apologise for the position that we're in. It's just the facility that the Halifax Rugby League Club have given us this afternoon. Something we're not used to. We're used to good spec, especially at St Helens, but we've just got to put up with it. And you'll just have to bear with me. I know you bear with me anyway, but you just have to bear a bit more. This afternoon, referee Robin Whitfield, and the teams for today: St Helens at 1, Beavers, 3/4 of Hunt, Rapati, Loughlin and Quirk, Griffiths and Bishop, the half-back pairing, with Jonathan Neal, Bernard Dwyer, Kevin Ward in the front row, Harrison and Mann in the second row, Shane Cooper, captain at loose forward, with Mark Bailey and Paul Grove substitute. The Halifax team at full-back Smith, the three-quarter line of Hutchinson, Wood, Austin and Delia, a half-back partnership of Irvin and Southernwood, with the front row of Hill, who's captain, Ramshaw and Bell, second row forwards, second row pairing of Brown and Scott, loose forward Keebles, with substitutes Wilf George at 14 and Alan Platt at 15. So the Saints playing away from us in this first half. So obviously I'll have a little bit of difficulty picking the Halifax side out as they're running onto us. We hope Saints can come through this tie. Obviously a difficult tie. Widnes coming through yesterday, beating Warrington at Wilderspoon. Referee Whitfield, he managed to dispose of the Saints by one way or another in the semi-final last year versus Wigan. We've got him in the third round this afternoon, and we just have to see how he shapes and obviously how we shape. But Saints kick off. Halifax in possession. Moving it to their left, obviously our right as we're watching. And it's up to Saints to peg them up there. Referee Whitfield, as is the norm. An infringement at the play of the ball. Halifax take a quick tap penalty. The ball moving over quickly. Mark Elia, but the ball's lost. Touch judge there indicating to referee Whitfield it's going to be a knock on and an early scrum. Difficult playing conditions, as you can see the mud and the pitch, how it slopes from on the right hand side there where the scrum is down to the left. Paul Bishop feeds. Well, the scrum half for Halifax didn't retire there, but he wasn't penalised. It was Roy Southernwood, the ex-Castleford exponent. But the scrum is to be found again. Saints had come up with possession. Southernwood never retired. Well, it's Saints' ball this time, but referee Whitfield penalises Paul Bishop. So early penalties on the board for Halifax. He let the ball come out and then decided to penalise the Saints. So you can see which head Mr Whitfield's got on this afternoon. Saints not having the ideal build-up last week at losing out at Wilderspoon Warrington, 34 points to 20, a game we could have won. But Halifax had a good win. They beat Trafford 39 points to 8. Infringement there at the play of the ball with Brendan Hill coming through. And Saints, have they been penalised again? No, I think referee Whitfield just brought them back. But it's Halifax in possession. Solid tackling. 10 yards outside their own 25-yard area. Brendan Hill, captain for Halifax, powerful block-busting prop forward. Halifax moving it crossfield, changing the direction, looking to spread it out. Saints will have to tackle fearlessly. Make sure the tackles count. As Halifax break there, overlap for Halifax, but he's lost possession. Phil Beavers tidies it up, goes down safely, takes the ball. Saints in possession. Dwyer onto Rapati, running across the face of his posts. And quickly tackled there. Number 11, Peter Brown, the ex-Salford and New Zealand forward. So Halifax defending now as Saints move it out. George Mann did well to take it, but there's 4 Halifax tacklers round him as he moves over to the right wing. Referee Whitfield moving in quickly. Dwyer at dummy half. Saints move it onto Jonathan Neal. Well, the Halifax player going over the top, and he's injured himself in that as Brendan Hill. And the ball back to Beavers. It's charged down. If he can gather it, it's a try. Yes. Early points on the board. Is it number 10? Peter Bell? I just can't make out. I think it is. Yes, number 10. No, 13 I do believe. Mick Keebles charging Phil Beaver's kick down, and early points on the board for Halifax. Halifax pressing up on the Saints on their own line. The ball coming back to Phil Beavers. He tried to get Saints out of trouble, but it was Keebles coming through. He charged it down and he managed to follow the ball, and obviously all he had to do was drop on it and he'd slide over in these conditions. So the conversion attempt coming from the main stand side there on the Thrum Hall corner, just outside the 25-yard line and about 5 yards in from the touchline. And Peter Brown is a regular goal kicker. I think that is Peter Brown. He strikes it well, it looks well. Oh yes, it bounces on the crossbar and goes over. I think it's Greg Austin, that number 4, that's converted that. No, Peter Brown it was that's converted the try. And Halifax taking an early 6-0 lead. As I said, I hope you'll bear with me. Obviously difficult picking them out. You probably pick them out all right on the video, but we're up here on top of the boxes and don't have the same close view as our camera does. Paul Loughlin to get things underway. 5 minutes gone, Saints trailing by 6-0. Obviously Halifax with their tails up. They're lying third in the second division table. They're looking certain to be promoted with Salford and Swinton. I just hope they get the facilities better for when we come here again. Saints, well, the ball's come loose. It's come to Saints, but a Halifax man manages to drop on it. It constitutes a knock-on and a scrum to be formed just inside the Halifax 25-yard area. Bishop to feed again. Southernwood for Halifax didn't retire last time, but Saints come up with scrum possession. Moving it quickly over to the right, Griffiths, out to Hunt. Well, Hunt juggles with it, yes, and he's over. Hunt in at the corner, Jonathan Griffiths doing a good bit of the spade work there. Saints winning the ball from the scrum in the Halifax 25, moved it quickly over through a few pair of hands. Griffiths did well, he took the Halifax defence on, slipped it out to Alan Hunt. Alan Hunt juggled with it, caught it and touchdown, and put Saints back in at 6-4. Alan Hunt, his 15th try of the season. Difficult attempt now for Paul Loughlin. Similar position to the Peter Brown attempt, but obviously at this end, just outside the 25-yard area up there, and about 5 yards in from the touchline. But Saints hitting back in good style. Halifax will be on song after that Keebles try. But Saints hitting back courtesy of Alan Hunt after some good teamwork. Loughlin strikes it well, but it's going to the right of the sticks. I don't know whether it's actually made the distance. It looked to the right, waved away by the touch judges, and the score still remains at 6-4. 7 minutes of play gone and nothing in it. Cup rugby, just a one-off instant knockout competition. Even though Halifax second division, one of 2 second division teams in the last 8, with Salford being the other, playing at Watersheddings Oldham today, and the Wigan-Bradford tie as well is the other tie remaining. Halifax kick-off. Loughlin stops it well, gathers it safely, runs crossfield, turns, beats the defence. Tira Pate on his right, but he just couldn't release it. Bernard Dwyer now with John Harrison, trying to edge the way out, and a Saints did up there in the Halifax 25 there. Kevin Ward, good ball from Dwyer. Dwyer comes round for the loop movement, but Sir Paul Bishop trying to scamper away, and you're going to have a lot of difficulty trying to scamper away on this pitch. It's like a ploughed field, isn't it? Cooper chips it through, Ward follows it up. It touches the Halifax man, hits him on the bottom, indicated by referee Whitfield, and Halifax back in possession. Saints will have to come across and make sure the tackling counts. Halifax again, moving it, short ball there. Brendan Hill coming down the wing here, looming on the blind side, but is quickly dispatched to the earth. Solid tackling there, George Mann, Alan Hunt and Tirapati. But Halifax coming crossfield, looking to break the Saints' defence. Sixth and final tackle now. And so Peter Brown kicks it through, Les Quirk takes it well. Takes the defence on, does Les Quirk. Bishop out to Paul Loughlin, taking the ball up to the Halifax defence, looking for the chinks in the armour, hoping to break through. Dwyer on to Jonathan Neal, turns in the tackle, back to Dwyer, taken by John Harrison. He releases it to Kevin Ward, he does well, and Ward drives up centre field. No problem there, both Ward, Neal and Dwyer will have to take care of this Brendan Hill in the pack. But Saints spread it, Griffiths again, breaks through, gives it this lovely ball there to Tirapati, looking for support, he gets it. But equally good tackle there from Halifax, but Saints making 15 to 20 yards there, and it's Bishop, positional kicking, but Elia comes up with it. Hunt tackles him, no problem. Elia, ex-Saints favourite, New Zealand international. Playing on the left wing here for Halifax. He's hoping to put one over on his ex-team. And as we all know, it was Halifax that won the cup, beat Saints at Wembley 19 points to 18 in 1987. Although that was with a little bit of help via referee Holdsworth and one of the touch judges, Mr. Thornbury, when Wilf George went in. But Saints have possession, breaking quickly, Griffiths looking sharp this afternoon. 6 points to 4 the score, 10.5 minutes gone, and Saints lose possession. Halifax come up with it. Centre field, and Halifax moving it quickly out. Good solid tackling from the Saints. Brendan Hill again. Tries to flick it up, the ball's loose. If Saints can get it, it's play on. But Halifax have it, it's going to be a knock on. It'll be a scrum down with the Saints feed just inside the Halifax half. Once again, I must apologise for our unusual camera position. Just at the one end of the Thrum Hall grounds. The last time that we did a video from one end, there was against Whitehaven. That was in a players' tie about 3 or 4 years ago. But Bishop feeds. Saints come up with scrum possession. Jonathan Griffiths again, looking for the gap, looking very sharp this afternoon. But it'll be certainly heavy going underfoot. Oh, well, looked a bit naughty that on John Harrison. Obviously we couldn't see it as he was coming into the tackle, but he gets up. But a lot of ferocious tackling going in early on. Referee Whitfield in on the job. Saints break quickly, Beavers. Good ball to Loughlin. Knocked down there as Loughlin tried to get it to Quirk. Could have put Quirk into a hole there. But a knock on there by Rob Hutchinson knocked it down as Paul Loughlin tried to give a quick ball to Les Quirk. Scrum down again. Bishop to feed. Saints with 3 scrum possessions to none from Halifax. Loughlin again into space. Short ball to Griffiths. Moving it quickly, but Halifax defending well. Saints still in possession. 6 points to 4 the score, 13 minutes gone. Kevin Ward barging into this Halifax defence. They'll be on song, they'll be looking to get through to Wembley. Ball going to Loughlin, unfortunately couldn't take it. I bet it's like a bar of soap out there this afternoon. Going to be a scrum down, Halifax feed. Saints coming through to the third round courtesy of beating Swinton 18-8 at Main Road. Wakefield 16 points to 2 at Nosey Road. Well, Halifax, they've had 2 home ties. Obviously this will be the third home tie in the run. They beat Fulham 46-6 and Whitehaven 46-12. I don't think they'll get 46 points today, but they come up with scrum possession that time, moving it quickly. Change of direction, looking to catch the Saints unaware. John Harrison bringing off the tackle, right on the halfway line. Halifax spreading it, solid tackling there, around the chest that time. The referee Whitfield, I don't know whether he's actually blown up. I think he has blown up. Didn't look anything in that tackle, certainly. Well, he's indicating it was round his head, but I think it was round the chest. Certainly doing a bit of nitpicking. That's Halifax's third penalty. As far as I'm aware, it's obviously difficult doing my sheets and what have you here, but I don't think Saints have been awarded a penalty. But Halifax there, fine touch just short of the Saints 25. They're trying to drive it up. Solid tackling there, George Mann and Kevin Ward. And Mann again, closing it down, it's on to Brendan Hill. Looking to power in against the Saints. Half-backs at short range. Support there, well, is it a knock-on? Gone back, he says. Peter Brown pops it up. Shane Cooper completes the tackle after George Mann had stopped him. Halifax on the charge. Looking to spread it quickly. Griffiths close it down. The ball's loose. Beavers picks it up. Beavers has to take the tackle of three Halifax men. But Halifax there trying to put a game plan together. A plan ploy. Saints spread it quickly. Overlap here for the Saints if they can get away. Loughlin tries to pass round the man. Loughlin still going. He's still away, he's Paul Loughlin. Brilliant break from him. 15-20 yards upfield. On the first tackle that. Cooper, Harrison, he took it well. Awkward ball. Longish ball in these conditions. Could prove difficult. Very hard handling, but it's same for both sides, isn't it? As Jonathan Neal comes in, gives the ball back to Bernard Dwyer for a knock on. The Saints losing possession midway between the halfway line and their own 25. 16 minutes of the game gone, 6 points to 4 the score. And it's Roy Southernwood to feed. Well, Saints being penalised, foot up in the scrum is the indication. Certainly not having the rub of the green with Mr. Whitfield this afternoon, but that doesn't surprise you, does it? Halifax now on just inside the Saints 25. 6 tackles to get further points on the board and extend their lead. Leading by 6 points to 4, and a place in the semi-final of the Silkfoot Challenge Cup at stake here at Cromwell this afternoon. Moving it crossfield, well, good dummy. Passes round the man onto Peter Brown. Certainly looked to him forward as he came round, but Saints defence holds firm. Brown plays it. The hooker, no, he's short. Well, he was short there. That you could see that clearly on the video, and Saints being done again 2 weeks in succession as the hooker Jason Ramshaw dives over at short range. Referee Whitfield was right on the job and the ball was inches short. But the try's been awarded, and no matter what I say or anybody else says, the try is given. Referee Whitfield, he was there on the job, but it was clearly there. You have a look at that on your video again, and you'll see that was short. If that ball's been taken over, it's been a double movement, and it should have been penalised. Irrespective of the conditions, the man was held there, and he was short. At Warrington last week, George Mann had a perfectly good try, disallowed or waved away by referee Holdsworth. It was over when the Warrington tacklers got off him. You could see the ball was clearly over the line. But there again, Saints done again and trailing by 10 points to 4. And this Peter Brown conversion to come. Shouldn't have any problem, but Shane Cooper was protesting there to referee Whitfield, but you get no joy out of this fella. It's only if Ellery Hanley was on there that he'd be doing the refereeing as well. But Brown converts it. Puts Halifax with a 12 points to 4 lead. 18 minutes now with the game gone, and Saints just missing out there. Referee Whitfield Shane Cooper is still having a chat to him, and whether referee Whitfield saying he was taken over, he slid over in the tackle, but as he actually grounded the ball, it was short, clearly short. But let's get on with it now. Off the soapbox, Saints kick off, Halifax in possession. And in the game midweek here at Cromwell, Halifax beat Whitehaven 56 points to 6. That game was abandoned after 70 minutes due to fog. But Halifax in possession and kicking downfield for ground, and a good kick there. Just beating Les Quirk and finding touch 35 yards from the Saints line. It's going to be scrummed down with a Saints feed. And Halifax playing today after a threatened walkout by the players over a bonus for this afternoon's game. They're allegedly on £350 a man. I don't know whether that's what they're actually getting, but they've agreed to play. They're doing well at the present, aren't they? They're leading by 12 points to 4, courtesy of 6 points by referee Whitfield. Got a Dwyer, scrum at dummy half. On to Kevin Ward, looking for support. He taps it over, he's hit the Halifax man. But it's play on now, and Saints losing possession there. But Kevin Ward always looking to unload, and just letting it go that time. Halifax spreading it along the line, looking for the break. Well, a crossing there, surely. Well, I reckon that's the Saints' first penalty after 20 minutes for crossing, as Halifax were moving over, looking to get an overlap. But they did crossing movement and were duly penalised for it. So it's Phil Beavers finding touch. Well, a good kick from Beavers there, getting a fair distance and finding touch 10 yards short of the Halifax 25. 3 forward drives from the Saints, a similar position to where they scored from last time when they was up at the Halifax 25. Halifax being urged to line out. But Saints, Kevin Ward there, moving up. Block-busting run from this ex-Castleford prop forward. Playing some of the best rugby of his career with the Saints. Cross movement there, Jonathan Griffiths from Paul Bishop. It's on to Harrison, looking for support there. Looking for somebody on his shoulder. Saints in a good position. A lofted cut-out pass to Paul Loughlin. Loughlin tried to take them on. For an awkward ball there, perhaps shorter, crisper passes would be better engaged. But it's again coming cross-field. Kevin Ward locks it over, Bishop takes it. He turns on the sixpence, he tries to drive forward. He's still going, is Paul Bishop. Certainly a sense of urgency. Saints trailing by 12 points to 4. Little chip kick through, well, it's back to Saints, it's all on. It's going to be another 6 tackles, is it? The ball's still loose. Saints is spreading it along the line. Jonathan Griffiths again, moving to the right. Alan Hunt, can he take it? Can he squeeze into the corner? Hunt's going, he's in, yes! Hunt's in for his second! Brilliant display from the Saints. I don't know whether that was on the 6th tackle or not, but it came over from the left, over to the right. Jonathan Griffiths again, heavily involved in that movement. A lofted pass over the player to Alan Hunt. He beat 2 Halifax defenders and he touched down in the corner. Brings Saints back to 12 points to 8 and 22 minutes of the game gone. Another difficult conversion attempt for Paul Loughlin. Obviously better on the left-hand side of the pitch as you're looking at it, with being a right-handed kicker, a right-footed kicker, I beg your pardon. Well, it's the 5th meeting of these teams in the Challenge Cup, with Edens going even shared. I mean, the games being shared, 1-2, lost 2. Last time we played Halifax was in the John Player, the Regal Trophy semi-final at Wigan. Loughlin kicks it, looks good this time. Yes, a rasper there from Paul Loughlin, right between the uprights. Puts Saints back in the hunt now at 12 points to 10. Pulsating cup tie rugby. Paul Loughlin popping it over. His 64th goal of the season. 2 points the gap now. Halifax with a short kick, and it looks as though they're going to get possession. Good tactical ploy there. The referee Whitfield, he's over there on, well, it looks as though he's gone to the Saints bench in the dugout. The clock is stopped. I don't know what's been going on. But Halifax had kicked off a short kick. So what had happened there, I don't know. Referee Whitfield going over to the bench, whether something's been said out of turn. I couldn't imagine for 1 minute that anybody in the Saints camp would say anything out of turn to referee Whitfield. But Halifax, they're going to have to kick off again. Peter Brown, awkward kick. It's good to Harrison. Hits his legs, picks it up, drives forward. Brendan Hill, Brendan Hill looked like a side headlock there. Kent Walton would have been proud of that. But Saints have ball possession. Referee Whitfield on his back. Bernard Dwyer there being treated. They've ripped his headgear off. And Jonathan Griffith trying to get away, and he's had the ball taken from him in the process. So Halifax, they're sticking into the task there. They're certainly trying to take Saints off the game, rough them up. Extra man in there as Halifax come forward. But solid tackling there as Saints have to get back in numbers to defend. Paul Bishop, the first man back, with the Shane Cooper. Halifax spreading it on to the right as you're viewing. But Saints forced to defend. 12 points to 10 to score. Anybody's game. Lofted ball there, quick hands onto Hutchinson as he comes in, and Les Quirk, Paul Loughlin, Shane Cooper quickly over. Halifax play it quickly, just outside the Saints 25. Loose ball, well, it's going to be a knock on. The Saints come up with possession. Alan Hunt has it. Play's allowed to go on by referee Whitfield. Halifax did knock on. Saints finally did get advantage. Saints will have to spread it quickly, overlap here. George Mann, Cooper coming across. Well, it certainly looked a little bit of obstruction on the Saints part this time, but things allowed to go on. Jonathan Neal barging his way, just tackled on the 25-yard line, centre field. 12 points to 10 to score. 15 minutes of this first half remaining. Kevin Ward right into the Halifax defence. He takes some pulling down, and it must be heavy going for these forwards up centre field. Griffiths coming away, good ball to Dwyer, onto Rapati, back to Griffiths, Hunt with him, lofted ball to Hunt. Let's see what he can do, Alan Hunt. He comes back inside. Good tackling there. The gap was closed on the wing as Hunt came inside. And Saints still in possession. Cooper trying to get things going, quickly closed down. Sixth and final tackle there. Referee Whitfield with his arm in the air. Bishop grubbers it through. Halifax man gathers the ball and flicks it back to a supporting player. But they're bringing it down the right wing. It's Martin Wood turning in the tackle, finally brought to earth. The ball being moved quickly across field. Saints have to close them down, but the first line of defence there just challenged by Halifax. Saints defence sticking well, forcing Halifax back 5 yards there. Peter Brown for the kick downfield. Beavers well positioned. The ball not bouncing much there, just picked up well by Beavers. Takes the defence on, just hoping to break through with Loughlin on his outside. Les Quirk can come back as John Harrison turns in the tackle, gives it to Bishop. Good ball there to Cooper. He changes direction. Good ball to Bishop again. Bishop through the gap, but finally tackled. Saints certainly making yardage, and I think once Saints gets in front in this game, the Halifax side will fold. Cooper again, Rapati, Hunt on his outside. Referee Whitfield urging the Halifax players on his right hand side to get back on side. Jonathan Neal, inside ball, Rapati, good ball to Griffiths. Been all round this field this afternoon as Griffiths. When Saints have had possession, he's always there. Been instrumental in the 2 tries that Alan Hunt has scored. Cooper, crossfield kick. George Mann following it up. And whether George Mann had been told he was offside, it looks as though he just laid off the Halifax player a little there. Loose ball, Halifax tidying it up. Saints defence comes in. Whether the tackle count has been waved clean, referee Whitfield doing some kind of indication, but Halifax losing 10 yards there with a sloppy pass. And their coach, Peter Rowe, will not be pleased with that. They've stuck to the task well so far this afternoon. Well, a change over. Is it a change up? No. Saints being penalised for some reason. Halifax move upfield. 5-1 the penalties, with Saints taking the scrums 4-1. So Halifax to play just outside the Saints 25. Leading by 12 points to 10, nothing minutes. 10 minutes of the half remaining. Saints have possession. Good ploy there up the Halifax play the ball. Well, looked like a knock on. The Halifax player kicking it through Bernard Dwyer's legs, and Jonathan Neal just couldn't take it cleanly. The ball being knocked on, and a scrum down with a Halifax feed. Southernwood to feed, well, he didn't retire. He didn't retire, man, and the ball never went in the pack. He's there again. Comes out this time, Halifax bring it blindside. Elia lurking there. Trying to squeeze in at the corner. Elia would like to get one over on his former club. But Halifax pressing 2 or 3 yards short of the try line. Saints forced to defend, and let's see if referee Whitfield can give Halifax another. Give them one. Brendan Hill coming in at short range, but it clamps up there. He gets the ball out. The ball, yes. It's thrown out. And Halifax scored in the corner. Peter Brown. Peter Brown going in for the try. He was lurking on the blind side. Big second row forward. Brendan Hill did well there. Got 3 or 4 Saints players gathering round him. He managed to get the ball away, and it was finally fed out to Peter Brown, who touched down in the corner. 16 points to 10 the score, and Brown hoping to convert his try. As I said before, it's the 5th time that we've played Halifax. 2 of those occasions being at Wembley, where Saints beat Halifax in 1956. The first time that Saints had won the Challenge Cup, 13 points to 2. Then in 87 we lost 19 points to 18, very dubiously. And we played them in 1950 in the 2-leg job, where we won 10-8. And in 1963, where we lost in the first round here at Drumhall by 9 points to 2. Also, another couple of facts. Jonathan Neal and Les Quirk both made the debut here for the Saints at Drumhall on the 4th of October 1987. And it's Peter Brown right there on the touchline, as you can see, just outside the 25, looking to have the extras on. 16-10 the score, and that's just fell short, and that remained the score now. 16 points to 10, so Saints kick off. And surely that player is going to be offside. He must be offside. The penalty going the Saints' way. Saints are kicked off. It hit Halifax man. It bounced forward, and the Halifax man retreating picked it up in an offside position. Saints are going to go for goal. Paul Loughlin for the extra points. All could be crucial this afternoon. I think it's just over 25 yards out. Obviously difficult as the ground gets churned up even more. You wouldn't think it could get churned up even more, would you, looking at it? But it's 25 yards out, just to the left of the sticks. Bring the Saints back within 4 points. If he's successful. 7 minutes and a half remaining. Loughlin there, being barracked by the partisan Halifax crowd at the other end. But he strikes it well. The touch judges raise the flags, and Saints get another 2 points. 16-12 the score. Substitute being made with Paul Groves coming on to replace Jonathan Neal. So Dwyer will revert to the second row. I would imagine Groves in at the hooker spot. Now whether Jonathan Neal has picked a knock-up, but Saints coach Mike McLennan will be looking to Paul Groves for these darting midfield runs that he makes. Lachlan gathers it well. Diagonally drives up to the 25. I think the rain has just eased off a little bit. As John Harrison brings the ball up to the 25. Saints looking for a chink in the Halifax defence. Groves there at dummy half. Well, Halifax penalised for offside. Not before time too, in my humble opinion. As Beavers finds touch right on the halfway line, and Saints now with another 6 tackles to hopefully gain yardage and run up into the Halifax half. Kevin Ward, first receiver. 15-yard burst. Groves there again. Feeds it inside. George Mann looking for support. Groves is there again. There's one thing about Groves, he always follows the man with the ball, and he wants to be followed himself. He's there scampering away. Bishop inside to Harrison. Saints moving it crossfield. Well, Beavers coming inside looking for the pass, but a good clamp tackle from Halifax stops John Harrison from releasing it this time. Bishop, George Mann, quick ball, good tackle there. Saw the danger, did the Halifax man, and closed the Saints down. Cooper, along the line, Ward again, back inside to Cooper. Centre field, and Saints being held. 6th and final tackle now. Referee Whitfield signifying it. Saints are going to run it. It's Griffiths looking for the gap. Throws it back. Groves as well. Groves was tackled there before the ball was released. But Rapati has it. Saints are running it. No support there. Griffiths again. Well, the ball's loose. Halifax drop on it. Would have been the changeover if the man the Saints player had been tackled in possession. That's up to the Saints now to hold Halifax up at that end. Trailing by 16 points to 12, 4 minutes of the half remaining. Come on you Saints is the cry, trying to spur the Saints on. Plenty of vocal support here, a tremendous crowd assembled here at Thrumall, must be nearly a capacity. As it's Martin Wood, feeds the ball inside, Halifax moving up, they've gained 50 yards upfield. 6th and final tackle now. Let's see what Halifax do. I would imagine the ball will go in well. Pick up your equity card as you get up, young man. Was Halifax grubbing it through to the corner? It just runs into touch. Was on the 6th tackle. It's going to be a scrum down just inside the 25. So Halifax there, they did well. They moved 50 or 60 yards upfield on their right wing. From the left as you was viewing. Putting pressure on the Saints. The Saints have got to get up to the other end. 3 minutes in which to hopefully get a score in this half. Bishop comes up with scrum possession. The referee's not happy with it. Bishop feeds again. Scrum possession again. Jonathan Griffiths. Looks as though he was slipping before the tackle was completed. But Saints moving crossfield. Quick hands is essential. Back to Beavers. Well, it's tidied up well. Halifax have possession. Beavers looks as though he was a little bit impeded. But Halifax will be looking for another score before the half-time interval. They've got possession there. The man is tackled. Another 4 tackles to get points on the board as Halifax spread it crossfield. Brendan Hill lurking again, he's the favourite, he turns inside. Oh well, that was forward pass surely. Yeah, it's a forward pass being ruled as the fullback went over Steve Smith. But it was a forward pass. I'm just glad he picked it up. Some of his decisions have left a lot to be desired this afternoon. But he picked that one up, it was just flicked anywhere. And Smith coming through, well, full marks for backing up. But Saints with the put-in. Bishop feeds, Saints with possession. Had all the possession from the scrum, but it's Halifax in the lead by 16 points to 12. Beavers onto Bernard Dwyer. Halifax, surely they must be offside. They can't be moving up so quick on the Saints. Tirapati turning in the tackle. Has to take the tackle. Cooper trying to muster his troops and get them going, but Halifax moving up again, offside. Loughlin tries to kick Saints out of danger. Mark Elia takes it. 1-to-1 with Alan Hunt. Elia comes inside. Hunt comes back, bangs into the earth, but Beavers is in quickly. Halifax on the charge again. Brendan Hale at short range, looking to flick it up. Well, he's lost possession. Cooper has it. It's out to Jonathan Griffiths now. Halifax moving over quickly onto Griffiths. Cooper ordering his troops as Hunt breaks away from dummy half. Short of the 25, it's going to be a full length of the field job if Saints are going to get in the lead for the half-time interval as Dwyer brings it blindside. We have had a little stoppage time when referee Whitfield went over to the Saints bench. Bishop, George Mann, out in to clear his man, striding out, inside ball to Loughlin. Beavers is with him, good ball to Beavers. Can Beavers outpace the defence? To Bowman Bishop, yes, Bishop dives under the sticks. Superb length of the field try for the Saints. Superb length of the field try for the Saints. Bishop's first try for the Saints. He's already got 5 goals and 2 drop goals on his account. Or is it 7 goals and 2 drop goals, I beg your pardon, to his account, but that's his first try, and what a timely one it was. Saints wallowing in their own 25, Halifax putting the Saints under a lot of pressure, and then it was well worked. George Mann instigating that movement. He broke through, Loughlin was backing him up, good support inside from Beavers, and then Bishop looming on his right. He touched down right under the sticks, and that's going to put Saints in the lead for the first time when Loughlin pops this one over right between the uprights. Just the fillip that the Saints need before the half-time interval. Possibly just have time to kick off before, well, we haven't even got time to kick off before the half-time hooter went. There, as you just heard it, but Saints just going into a half-time lead of 18 points to 16 in this pulsating cup tie here at Thrum Hall. Tries from the Saints, courtesy of Alan Hunt, who scored 2. Paul Bishop there with that one right at the death in the first half. And 3 Paul Loughlin goals. That's the Saints 18 points. So we look forward to a pulsating second half. Just the boost that the Saints and Mike McClellan need for the half-time team talk. Well, we're back with you for the second half of this Silk Cup Challenge Cup tie. Saints in the lead at half-time by 18 points to 16. Just a couple of mentions here before we get underway. The Halifax side haven't come out yet. Perhaps they're just having a bit of a team talk, trying to put Saints off the guard kind of thing. Anyway, it's happy birthday for next Tuesday to a pair of 71-year-olds, the twins, Margaret Barr and Lily McGovern. Now, Margaret is Gary Connolly's grandma. Unfortunately, he's not playing today. He's out with a hamstring injury. But they're both regular video watchers. Best wishes from the Saints video team and families of both parties. And also birthday wishes for yesterday to Lady Elizabeth Dixon. We only get the best viewers on our video, don't we? Lady Elizabeth Dixon, a Saints diehard from Newtonley Willows. I believe she loves Liverpool as well. Well, strange taste some people have, don't they? Anyway, best wishes from husband and toy boy combined Ken, from Jimmy and Hilda Thompson, and all on table 13 at West Sutton, together with the best wishes from your Saints video team here this afternoon. Thank you. Halifax now take the field. They've had their team talk, both coaches Peter Rowe and Mike McClellan, and have G'd the sides up. Saints hitting form there right at the death with that full length of the field try. I was just saying that that's what we had to have, and that's what we got, didn't we? Finished off by Paul Bishop, his first try for the Saints. Halifax to kick off. Saints receive the ball and playing down here to where we are on top of the sponsors' boxes, and I only hope that we're running a shed full this afternoon down at this bottom end, and you'll get them bright and clear right at this end. Paul Groves breaking through, lovely ball to Bishop. He's there again, Groves. He's been brought on for his open play centre field. As Kevin Ward breaks away, turns in the tackle. Ward breaking through, looking for support there. Dwyer, I think it is, that follows him up, backs him up. And Saints looking sharp, and why shouldn't they? The ball for Beavers. Lofts it true and straight, and Smith takes it well. Steve Smith went over for a try, but it was disallowed by referee Whitfield. A blatant forward pass. He picked it up. But Halifax in possession. Moving it up, Saints defence holding firm. Obviously difficult conditions, but same for both sides, as you said. It's definitely a mud bath out there. The ball must be like a bar of soap, and Beavers flicks it over there to Alan Hunt. He straightens up, he's driving forward, he's Hunt, he scored two, he's on his way, he's coming down this wing here now. Oh, just forced into touch. Good run from Alan Hunt, but good tackling there. Greg Austin, I think it was, that forced him into touch, the ex-Hull KR centre. Greg Austin unfortunately had to make way for James Golding when he came to Craven Park, and Austin was just shunned out to the side. But an obstruction there being indicated by referee Whitfield, and a penalty to Halifax. So an early penalty, only 2 minutes into this second half. Halifax fine touch just inside the Saints half. They're moving it crossfield. Still difficult picking the numbers out, even though the red numbers, and I think they're those ones that are waterproof, but still a bit difficult. Halifax lose possession. The knock-on being ruled. Well, I don't know about that, whether he'd actually missed him or just caught him, but the knock-on's been given. And it's a scrum round, Saints head and feed. Bishop to feed, and Southernwood there. And let's hope he retires. Saints come up with possession. Bishop feeds the ball out. Griffiths, but it goes back surely. Well, a knock-on given there, but looks as though the ball had gone back. Well, offside. Well, it's anybody's guess what Mr. Whitfield's doing per many 8 from 11 possibly. But Halifax have got a penalty, we can assure you that. And it looks as though they're going to go for goal. No, wrong again. Well, a bad kick that is. That's going to go touching goal. So Saints are going to restart with a tap from the centre of the 25. With Halifax there, bad kick. Kicking the ball, touching goal, and putting Saints back on the attack. Well, I beg your pardon, it's a drop out from the centre of the 25. With Beavers kicking it out, just getting a little carried away there in the excitement. But it's Keebles taking the ball up. Saints come in, and Saints defence, as I said before, will have to hold firm, make sure the tackling counts, and contain Halifax there in their own half. Halifax moving it crossfield, quick ball, but they've lost possession. Griffiths gathers it, unlucky there, and he's still going, is Griffiths. On to Dwyer, and the Halifax man coming back, as Dwyer was just going to give it to Alan Hunt. Alan Hunt was there with him, but the Halifax man just coming in field, bisecting the two players, and he intercepted the ball. Very unlucky there, as Hunt could have been in for his third. Oh, it's Halifax taking the ball up, Ward, but the ball's flicked out. Hutchinson coming in field, going crossfield now. Good tackling. Brendan Hill, block busting forward, going through, and another Halifax player intervening. Very slow at the acting half-back position, but Halifax get it underway. Inside ball, change of direction. It's Greg Austin, I think, scampering upfield. Very difficult picking these players out, very muddied. Sixth and final tackle. And the ball finally touched an awkward kick. It was on the sixth tackle and it's curled its way round to the left and just found touch. Now it's a scrum down. Now I would imagine it'd be a Saints feed, but I didn't know whether it... I thought it might have taken a deflection off Kevin Ward, which I think it has, as it is a Halifax feed. So Halifax with the head and ball. They gather possession, they move it out quickly. Short ball there, Smith linking up. And Halifax moving it again into Saints 25. Defence is paramount, Saints leading by 18 points to 16. Halifax in possession and bringing it blindside again. Looking for support, but solid tackling. Halifax spread it across the face of the Saints posts. Still spreading it. Must apologise, we were usually on the halfway line, but this is the best they could give us, and it's pretty poor, pretty damn poor, isn't it? Anyway, Saints are back in possession. No scoring in the second half so far. 6.5 minutes of play, and the score still remaining at Halifax 16, Saints 18. Saints taking it blindside. George Mann, block-busting Kiwi Pac-Man. Most of the opposition know the danger of this big Kiwi. They tend to mark him heavily. But he instigated that try that Paul Bishop finished off. Good break out of his own 25-yard area. Groves, good ball to Hunt, under pressure, took it well. Sixth and final tackle for Saints now. Bishop's there, whether Bishop will kick it downfield. Yes, he does. A curling kick from Bishop. Smith has to come back. Saints drive up. Elia comes in field. Dwyer comes in. Dwyer tackles him. Good tackle as Bishop completes it. He tried to side through between Dwyer and Cooper, but Dwyer stuck to his task. Mick Keeble's the loose forward now. Double tackle from the Saints half-back partnership of Griffiths and Bishop. Halifax in possession just outside their own 25. The rain has ceased now. 8 minutes of the half gone. Second row forward, Peter Brown. The ball's loose, it's been spread. Ward just missing the tackle. Halifax driving it upfield. The chase is on, it's going to find touch. Good kick there. The idea of the Halifax man to follow it up, but it found touch midway between the Saints try line and the 25-yard line. The scrum down with the Saints feed. Paul Bishop. The scrums one apiece in this second half so far. Bishop feeds, Saints possession. Solid tackling in centre field. Saints spread it quickly. Bernard Dwyer driving it up. Bishop again, looking for that short ball. He gives a long one. It's out to Loughlin, out to Les Quirk. Well, the player there being trailed. Second tackling there, trying to force Quirk into touch. The player being treated there, I think it was Peter Bell. But he saw Saints breaking quickly, and the Halifax physio had to get up quickly. But he's now receiving treatment again. Saints in possession. Cooper, back pass to John Harrison. Sixth and final now. Will Saints run it? Taking it blindside. Why not? Beavers kicks it through. It's off the Halifax man. It's all on. That's going to be a Saints head and ball. It touched the Halifax player. So it's pressure on Halifax now. Saints looking to a good feed. It hit the Halifax man, being indicated there by referee Whitfield. Paul Bishop just going to gather the ball from the touch, right up against the hoardings. Peter Bell back in. Let's hope for a favourable feed from the Saints. Bishop Looking to feed it. Groves can't get his head in. He can now. Bishop feeds it. Saints possession. And Saints spread it quickly. George Mann out of the pack and running hard. He's still going. His George Mann powering his way. Bishop along the line. Beavers. Extra man. Good ball to Loughlin. Well tackled there. Martin Wood sticks to his task, but it's Griffiths again onto Kevin Ward. Into the hooker there. Jason Ramshaw, but saves down. Cooper going for the line, looking for support. Gets it to Harrison. Harrison into space. Support there from Griffiths. Good ball inside to Loughlin. Must be a try. Off the Halifax. Oh, dear me. I thought Loughlin could have just squored in, but he tried to release it. The ball's loose. I'm sure a Halifax player has it. But referee Whitfield trying to sort that out. Well, Saints being penalised. Saints being penalised for spouting. Loughlin's been thumped, I think, in the tackle. But the Saints captain Shane Cooper being brought over. Paul Bishop being spoken to vigorously by referee Whitfield and Shane Cooper. But Halifax have been awarded a penalty, but Paul Loughlin taking off the ball there. We don't know by who. But I think Paul Bishop was trying to bring it to the referee's attention, and you know what he'll say, won't you? I'm refereeing this game, not you, sonny. So just carry on. And Saints down to 12 men as Loughlin's being treated. Halifax spread it quickly. Well, good ball. Jonathan Griffiths intercepts it and being mauled heavily at the play the ball there. Whitfield on the job, but not doing anything. Harrison breaks away. Saints back in possession, just outside the 25. Looking for the first score of this half. 12 minutes gone. No further score to the half-time. A score of 18 points to 16. Bishop breaking through. Inside ball to Dwyer. He has to take the tackle of Halifax. Halifax will have to get onside. Saints looking to spread it. It's kicked through at the play of the ball. Well, a knock-on being given. I thought the ball had been kicked through. It's going to be a scrum with a Halifax feed. So pressure easing from Halifax. Let's hope Saints can take one against the head here. It's Southernwood to feed. Comes out to the back. George Mann quickly round there. As Halifax trying to break away, it's on to Rob Hutchinson. As Jimmy Irving had come on the opposite diagonal. Peter Bell. Mann and Loughlin wrap him up. And back in the action now is Paul Loughlin after being flattened right by the line. Short ball there to Keebles. He breaks through. Beavers comes in. No problem. Beavers is the most dependable full-back in the league. There's not much gets past Phil. But Halifax breaking quickly. Trying to spread it, they do. Irving, I don't know whether that is that's in possession. The sixth and final tackle. As Halifax kick it deep and long. Saints keep it in field. And losing their footing at the far side. Looked like Shane Cooper. Did well to get back there, but just lost his footing. Quirk coming blindside. 3 Halifax defenders come in, hopefully to force Quirk into touch. But he does well, goes down in the tackle. Let's say it's pegged at the wrong end, but we know they can go the full length, don't we? With that last minute effort in the first half from Paul Bishop. Well, Bishop finished it off. Kevin Ward straightening it up. Gets the ball away, lofted pass out there now to Rapati. Alan Hunt has it, he'll have to come in field. Halifax looking to put him into touch, and he's trying to be dragged in. If he had, he'd have been penalised for that, because the tackle had been shouted by referee Whitfield. Beavers kicks it long. Saints follow it up. Steve Smith gathers it. George Mann zooming in. Well, good tackle there from Loughlin, in with the shoulder. Powers his way into him. Great Britain three-quarter. Loughlin, well, Halifax lose possession. Saints knock on, I do believe as well. So the first knock on will be the one given. Halifax making a substitution now with Peter Bell coming off and Wilf George coming on. 15 minutes in the second half. Wilf George, he scored a try against Saints at Wembley. Well, he scored a try, but there was never a try. But it was given. Rapati, inside ball now. Griffiths, good ball to Cooper. Lofted ball there to George Mann. George tackles him. Solid Halifax defence. Well, Halifax should have been penalised. Wasn't lining up at the play of the ball there. The men are supposed to be behind each other. They weren't. Wilf George was diagonal to him, but they got away with it. Referee of Whitfield's experience should have picked that up. Bishop kicks through as Alan Hunt chasing it. Hunt tackles Smith right by the line, and Saints will have to pressurise this Halifax outfit now. Nothing more, they've got to get hold of these players and hope to carry them back over their own line. Smith took an injury. Halifax playing it blindside. Paul Groves going in there. Full of enthusiasm is Groves. Saints want to get back to Wembley and right the wrong that was done to them. Looking for a spot in the semi-final. The winners this afternoon to join Widnes that went through yesterday, and also the winners of the Wigan Bradford tie and the Oldham Salford tie. Austin takes it upfield, it curls in. Well, Vivers knocks it back but keeps the ball in field. He did well. Comes crossfield as Phil Vivers. Awkward playing conditions here this afternoon. But Saints in possession just inside their own half. Les Quirk, limited touches for Quirk this afternoon. 17 minutes of the half gone, still looking for the first score of the second half. Well, Bishop bustled off the ball there as he came through, as Kevin Ward was releasing. Referee Whitfield right on the job, just doesn't take any notice whatsoever, but Halifax in possession. Looking to vary the play, spread it through, but Groves is there again. Well, knock on from Halifax. Saints, well, he blew up for it. A lot of Saints spectators in front of us shouting, play on. I would definitely agree with that, but obviously he'd blown up, and therefore a scrum to be formed with a Saints feed. So the scrum goes down, Bishop feeds, Saints come up with scrum possession. Moving it quickly, Jonathan Griffiths powering his way across field. Beavers at dummy half. Turns it inside, Bishop again, Harrison. The unsung heroes in the engine room of the Saints, these big forwards driving in, doing the spade work and hopefully spreading it out to the three quarters. Cooper, George Mann coming on the opposite diagonal. Mann shoulder down into the tackle, but it's held firm. Cooper onto Kevin Ward. Ward sticks hold of it this time, just outside the Halifax 25. Saints still in the lead, 18-16. Bernard Dwyer receives a short ball from Cooper. It's back to Cooper now. He gets it out, released it to Griffiths. Griffiths straightens up, he's weaving his way through. Sixth and final tackle. Bishop there, is he poised for a drop goal? Saints took it blindside. Cooper chips it through. It's on to Elia, but he's dispatched and forced into touch. Well, Elia throws it away, but it's still into touch. Solid tackling there. Hunt and Dwyer get hold of Mark Elia and bustle him into touch, forcing a scrum down with a Saints feed. Come on, you Saints, is the cry. A good crowd assembly here at Thrum Hall for this cup tie, and certainly after a lot of scoring in the first half. 34 points and no scoring yet, and halfway through the second half. Saints from the scrum, Rapati, good ball to Griffiths, out to Quirk, yes, he's in! Superb try from the Saints! Top thrower stuff, and Les Quirk finishes off with his 18th try. Saints break it quickly from the scrum, it's spread across the line. Bishop there flinging it out. And the ball finally coming out to Les Quirk. Tia Rapati tormenting the defence. Again, laid the lovely last pass on to Les Quirk. And as I said, Quirk's not had much touches of the ball, but you don't need if you can score like that, do you? He's put in, all he had to do was put the ball down, which he did, put Saints in the lead by 22 points to 16 in the first score of this second half, and Saints they're hitting back in good style. 6-point cushion, looking for the 8 with this extra 2 points from Paul Loughlin. Yes, in the superb position there, and you'll have that right in front of our cameras. Loughlin tags on the extras. 24 points to 16 the score. Back underway now as Halifax kick off after Saints scoring there courtesy of Les Quirk. After that scrum feed, and all that came from some solid tackling from the Saints. When Mark Healy had possession, he was bundled into touch. He tried to release it, but he was bundled in. Saints won the scrum feed, spread it along the line, and good play. Saints carving a gap in the Halifax defence, and Quirk finished off good style. Dwyer into space. Quirk again on the outside, but he's wrapped up this time. 3-man Halifax defence comes in. Bishop along the line now, as I've said, once Saints get the bit between the teeth, they just ease in front. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't run in quite 2 or 3 more tries this afternoon. 22 minutes gone in the second half. Jonathan Griffiths there, he's had a good game for the Saints this afternoon. I wouldn't be surprised if he isn't in with a chance of the Silk Cut Man of the Match award, made to players from either side on the 6th tackle. And Bishop locks it downfield. Steve Smith has to take it. Griffiths comes in again. Good tackling with the shoulder, brings the man down. Wilf George at dummy half. Extra Widmer's flyer, Wilf George as well, trying to scamper his way through. Been at Halifax a few years now. Moves it crossfield to Halifax. Austin, I think it is, that gives the dummy. But I didn't see the substitution made there as number 15 for Halifax come on, Alan Platt. Now the ball gone to Brendan Hill. Halifax still in possession, moving it crossfield. A gap there emerging, and unfortunately the Halifax player losing his footing. 6th and final tackle, and Halifax boot it upfield. Hunt and Beavers there. Hunt brings the ball up, Platt going to chase him, but Hunt breaks through. A lot of mauling at the play of the ball, and it looks as though Halifax have been awarded a penalty, whatever for. Incorrect play of the ball is the indication there from referee Whitfield. Well, I do believe it was for not playing the ball on the correct spot, actually cabbaging a couple of yards. And Halifax awarded the penalty. Fine touch, and it puts them in the Saints 25 and on the charge and looking for their first points in this second half's tie. The Halifax supporters gathered at that end there as Alan Platt comes in, but Saints defence holds firm. 24 minutes gone of the second half, 24 points to 16 the score in the Saints' favour. Halifax now moving it quickly, trying to bury the play. Saints up to it. Well, a dropped ball there, or was it attempted to be kicked through? Yes, I didn't know whether the Halifax player had dropped the ball, but he grubbed it through. Saints player there drops on the ball, and then another couple of Halifax players drop on him after he'd got it. He's injured, but play. Phil Beavers, as we think it is, that's taken the knock. He's certainly had a bit of clog lately, Beavers, hasn't he? Got took off last week at Warrington with concussion, I think, but he's receiving treatment again. Well, I just can't make out who it is. It's a good way up there. Yes, that's Phil Beavers. Let's say it's forced to drop out from between the sticks. The Halifax faithful gathered behind the sticks at the back end, the top end, urging the team to greater heights. Paul Bishop, is it that's going to drop out from between the sticks? He does so. Halifax gather possession and run it cross field. Saints move in. The home supporters try to get behind the team as they move it quickly to the left. Alan Platt. But solid tackling. Platt loses possession and Saints gather it. I think it's, is it Tia Rapati that's in there? Oh, Alan Hunt it was. But Saints are in possession. John Harrison now plays the ball. Saints moving it cross field. Good cut out pass from Cooper Dwyer. Dummies to go inside, but takes the tackle. 14 minutes remaining. 8 points the difference between the teams. Saints in the lead by 24 points to 16. Saints breaking through, looking for support. Good clamp tackling. Grove scampering away. Well, there's a knock-on being given there. Lost possession. Referee Whitfield moved in. He looks as though he'd indicated a knock-on, but Paul Grove must have lost possession. As Halifax gather it, move it over to the right. Solid tackling. Platt, centre field, 15 yards out, and Halifax moving it quickly to the left. Brought down, just a yard or so short. The best passage of play from Halifax in the second half. Certainly been tightly contested, and just Saints breaking the deadline in the 19th minute with that Les Quirk try. Saints back in possession now. George Mann moving it cross field. Mann breaks the Halifax defence. Has to take the tackle. Moving over to the Les Quirk wing. But Saints now coming away. Good ball there. Saints passing it out quickly, but it's been knocked forward. The ball, it's going to have to come back. Quick hands was the name of the game there. Saints tried to move it quickly over to the Alan Hunt wing, but it went down. As I said, the last time we played Halifax in the Regal semi at Wigan, we lost 10 points to 9. Halifax were in Division 2 then, but the last time they was in Division 1, we played them here at Thrum Hall. Halifax were going down to Division 2, and they hammered us here 40 points to 8. But the Saints had already beaten Halifax at Nosey Road by 50 points to 16. Got a bit of defeat here at Thrum Hall, 40 points to 8. We're in the lead this afternoon by 24 points to 16, and we're talking about just 12 minutes of play remaining. Platt along the line. Halifax struggling with the ball. It's back to Platt. He's looking to spread it out. He's the ball provider, is Platt. And Halifax are moving it quickly. Right round the neck. Nothing wrong with that at all. Well, referee Whitfield moving in, but he certainly looked round the shoulders there. He got hold of him by the scruff of the neck, by the jersey. But Halifax, they're playing the old soldier, going down. They'll be awarded a penalty. I just hope the referee Whitfield doesn't give anybody from our side 10 minutes in the sin bin. So the player receiving treatment, and we must obviously apologise for the position that we're in. It's the best we was offered, but the lighting just coming on, well, I'm thinking it's just coming on. We're not too clever here at Thrum Hall. If the pitch is a bit dark, we must apologise, but circumstances beyond our control. Referee Whitfield just taking charge there, and the player receives treatment. Halifax have been awarded the penalty. I would imagine they'll have a go for goal. Mind you, if they're in the 25 and they've been peppering us in the 25, they may elect to run it. But is it Kevin Ward that's been brought over and spoken to? As I said last week when Ward was involved, you can guarantee one thing with Kevin Ward: he's hard, but he's fair. He's just been ticked off there by referee Whitfield. That'll incur a little bit of wrath in the Halifax ranks. But Halifax, they're electing to run it. They're hoping to get 6 points on the board. They've lost possession. Saints have it. Got to keep it well. They spread it out. Groves, I think it is, in possession. But Saints have possession. Halifax losing that on the first tackle. After being awarded a penalty under dubious circumstances, in my humble unbiased opinion. For Saints, George Mann breaking through. Turns in the tackle, looking to release it to Les Quirk, quickly tackled. Loughlin coming crossfield, into space, just taken down, but Saints just short of the halfway line, about 10 yards short, still in possession, looking hungry. Kevin Ward, stretching out. Ward breaks through 2 or 3 tackles, drives it through. This is the sixth tackle of the sequence, and Saints kick it through courtesy of Paul Bishop. It's now with Wilf George. Cooper tackles him. Halifax pegged in their own 25, and Saints have got to make sure that they are pegged in their own 25. Keeble's trying to break through. Cooper, his opposite number, wraps him up. Playing a good captain's part is Cooper. There's Southernwood along the field to Austin, trying to break it quickly, but Quirk there with a good clamper. Well, he gets it away to the full-back, Steve Smith. Well, the touch judge in on the far side. Les Quirk going in at the tackle, and tempers getting a little afraid. The touch judge moved in quickly. I think Halifax have been awarded the penalty. That doesn't surprise you either, does it? Well, Jonathan Griffiths there named as man of the match this afternoon. I was promoting him before, and for once I've got it right. Got a superb game, Griffiths, been involved in all the Saints tries this afternoon. Halifax have possession. Alan Platt taking up the running. 33 minutes gone, 7 minutes remaining, time running out for Halifax. They're trailing by 8 points. Certainly another score from the Saints would seal it this afternoon. But it's been a real block-busting battle in this second half. After a lot of points coming in the first half, it's at 34 points, and just we've only had 6 in this second half. And that took 19 minutes of the half before a score was on the board. But Halifax moving it crossfield, Austin. Lofted ball, good clamp tackle there as Les Quirk moves in. Grubber kick through there, it's hit the Saints player. The tackle count won't be waved clean. There's the changeover. That player just, that kick just aimed directly at the Saints player. It's going to be the changeover. Good decision from referee Whitfield. Obviously difficult as when balls are kicked through like that, the referee doesn't always wave the tackle count clean. It depends on what he considers the kick to be adjudged. But Saints have possession. They're moving it centre field, looking to create a bit of space. It's George Mann. He's brought down centre field. Saints play it quickly. Bernard Dwyer scampering away. Sixth and final one for the Saints now. 6 minutes remaining. Beavers kicks it downfield. Smith has to turn. Beavers comes up. Beavers is the first man here. He's kicked the ball, and Beavers completes the tackle with Paul Bishop assisting. Well, Halifax man plays it to himself. Scampers forward. Wilf George was at dummy half. 24-16 to score. An 8-point cushion for the Saints and 6 minutes remaining. Rob Hutchinson gone in the pack with George going on the wing. Greg Austin at dummy half. On to Alan Platt, looking to create space, but he's well wrapped up his Platt. Man of the match Griffiths there, and Kevin Ward. Had another sterling game this afternoon as Ward. Brown on to Greg Austin. Saints get in and tackle the man. He releases it. Halifax making room, but Ward comes in. just evades the tackle there. Now it's Peter Brown. Sixth and final one now, and Halifax got out of jail there, didn't they? They gained 20 odd yards, and the final tackle was kicked upfield. Beavers well positioned again, as he always is. Not so often that Phil Beavers is caught out. And he brings the ball up 10 yards outside his own 25-yard line. Saints in possession. Time running out again for Halifax. Saints with an 8-point cushion. Difficult to tie here at Thrum Hall. As John Harrison brings the ball up. Halifax urge to get back onside. Cooper, lofted ball, well taken by Loughlin. A cut-out pass that could have easily been intercepted there. Saints bringing it blindside. George Mann, inside ball to Groves. Halifax read it well, closed Paul Groves down. We're on the sixth tackle again. I would imagine Saints will kick it up in the air. It's Bishop, kicks it crossfield. Wilf George gathers it. Saints will have to close him down. Rapati and Hunt there. He's finally dispatched to the earth. Jonathan Griffiths, the man of the match, comes in and makes sure, after Hunt and Rapati just laid off Wilf George, Mick Keebles for Halifax now. 10 yards outside his own 25-yard line. The ball back in field, Halifax spreading it, looking for the gaps. Still scampering through, finally brought to earth. But Halifax making a valuable 15 to 20 yards upfield. Alan Platt, well taken, but he releases the ball quickly. Loughlin comes inside, three-man overlap for Halifax. They're moving it well, they're moving it crossfield, they've lost possession. Saints have it. No, I beg your pardon. I thought it had gone to a Saints player. But Halifax did well there, and a superb tackle. Halifax still moving it. Little grubber kick through. Saints kick it to dead, do the right thing there, nothing fancy. It puts Saints now to drop out between the sticks. We're talking about 2 minutes of normal play plus any stoppage time in the second half. As Beavers drops out, yes, between the sticks. Onto Peter Brown. He takes it over to the wing. Tries to move it infield. It's Halifax. It's Will George. Trying to scamper in at the corner. He throws it anywhere. George was dispatched into touch, and then the ball went into touch. So I'd imagine it'll be a scrum down with a Saints feed. I do believe it hit Jonathan Griffiths there before it went into touch. The touch judge just coming on now to report to referee Whitfield. But it is Halifax feed. It's Roy Southernwood just getting ready to feed as Saints make a substitution now. Loughlin going off and Mark Bailey coming on. So the scrum there, a bit of a shambles, but Halifax have possession. They're running it crossfield, looking to create a gap, a short pass. But shabby play on the far side. Well, the game has been stopped. The referee Whitfield has stopped play for an infringement. Knock on, I do believe, and a scrum down to be formed with the Saints feed this time. But Halifax playing on, and we're talking about 60 seconds of normal time. Let's hope Saints can finish with a flourish now, get the ball from the scrum and go the full length. Well, Bishop has it. Comes back into the fray. Saints in possession, and the 4 tackles. They'll spread it out now. Halifax will try to close them down, but there's an 8-point gap to catch. Harrison breaking away. Good ball from Harrison to Dwyer. Inside, but it's a forward pass being ruled. Good play there. Well, Paul Groves being assaulted there by Brendan Hill, it looked like, in his efforts to get the ball for the quick scrum possession. Well, we've played 40 minutes of the second half. It's just time added on for stoppages, and there's no way that Halifax can get 8 points in these dying minutes, I'm sure. Halifax feed. They spread it out quickly. Centre fielder Mark Bailey. As Halifax scampering away, heading up. They haven't scored this second half. Groves comes in, completes the tackle, and it's on to Brendan Hill. Taken well there. George Mann, I think, they've moved in for him there. But Halifax still spreading it. 24 points to 16 the score. Just waiting for the final hooter. Loose ball. Halifax lose it. Saints come up with possession. Kevin Ward has to take the tackle. Saints will just slow it down now. They know they've got the ball in their hands. Another 6 tackles to make it count, and time running out for Halifax. So Saints progressing through to the semi-final of the Silk Cup Challenge Cup, along with Widnes and, as I said before, the winners of the Wigan Bradford tie, and Oldham and Salford. So we're in the draw of tomorrow's semi-final draw. Dwyer breaking through. Ball to Alan Hunt. Forced into touch. The touch judge has his flag up. But Bernard Dwyer, a lot of good spade work there from him. 1 minute and 35 seconds we've played of stoppage time. A scrum down midway between the halfway line and the Halifax 25. Southernwood to feed, and Halifax, one of the 2 remaining second division teams, dumped out at the 3rd round. Salford is still in. Well, good play there. There's the final hooter. For the final score here at Crum Hall. Halifax 16, Saints 24. The majority of the scoring in the first half, with that Paul Bishop try right at the death, just edging the Saints in the lead for the first time in this match. It's a lead they never surrendered. Tightly contested second half with just 1 score. Les Quirk try, converted by Paul Laughlin. That was after Mark Elia had been forced into touch. On our left, as you're viewing, then the ball was quickly transferred across the face of the post, and Rapati put Quirk in a big hole, and Quirk finished off in good style. That was converted by Laughlin. That made the final score. Halifax 16, Saints 24. It remained that way with a tightly contested remainder of the second half. So Saints running through to the semi-finals of the Challenge Cup. And we just got to see with tomorrow's draw who we play. Anyway, thanks once again for joining us, as a lot of supporters take the pitch to congratulate both teams. Dwyer at dummy half. Saints move it onto Jonathan Neal. Well, the Halifax player going over the top, and he's injured himself in that as Brendan Hill. And the ball back to Beavers. It's charged down. If he can gather it, it's a try. Yes, early points on the board. Is it number 10? Peter Bell? I just can't make out. Feed again. Southernwood for Halifax didn't retire last time, but Saints come up with scrum possession. Moving it quickly over to the right. Griffiths out to Hunt. Well, Hunt juggles with it, yes, and he's over. Hunt in at the corner. Jonathan Griffiths doing a good bit of the spade work there. Saints winning the ball from the scrum in the Halifax 25. Moved it quickly over through a few pair of hands. Griffiths did well. He took the Halifax defence on. Slipped it out to Alan Hunt. Alan Hunt juggled with it, caught it and touchdown, and put Saints back in at 6 points to 4. And a place in the semi-final of the Silk Cup Challenge Cup at stake here at Crum Hall this afternoon. Moving it cross field. Well, good dummy. Passes round the man onto Peter Brown. Certainly looked to him forward as he came round. But Saints defence holds firm. Brown plays it. The hooker. No, he's short. Well, he was short there. That you could see that clearly on the video, and Saints being done again 2 weeks in succession as the hooker Jason Ramshaw dives over at short range. Referee Whitfield was right on the job, and the ball was inches short. Through, well, it's back to Saints. It's all on. It's going to be another 6 tackles, is it? The ball's still loose. Saints are spreading it along the line. Jonathan Griffiths again, moving to the right. Alan Hunt, can he take it? Can he squeeze it in the corner? Hunt's going, he's in, yes! Hunt's in for his second! Brilliant display from the Saints. I don't know whether that was on the 6th tackle or not, but it came over from the left, over to the right. Jonathan Griffiths again, heavily involved in that movement. A lofted pass over the player to Alan Hunt. He beat two Halifax defenders and he touched down in the corner. Trying to squeeze into the corner. Earlier would like to get one over on his former club. But Halifax pressing 2 or 3 yards short of the try line. Saints forced to defend, and let's see referee Whitfield can give Halifax another. They've given one. Brendan Hill coming in at short range, but clamps up there. He gets the ball out. The ball, yes. It's thrown out. And Halifax scored in the corner. Peter Brown. Full length of the field job if Saints are going to get in the lead for the half-time interval. As Dwyer brings it blindside. We have had a little stoppage time when referee Whitfield went over to the Saints bench. Bishop, George Mann. Out in to clear his man. Striding out, inside ball to Laughlin. Beavers is with him. Good ball to Beavers. Can Beavers outpace the defence? Support from Bishop. Yes! Bishop dives under the sticks. Superb length of the field try for the Saints. Superb length of the field try for the Saints. Bishop's first try for the Saints. His Saints is the cry. A good crowd assembly here at Thrum Hall for this cup tie, and certainly after a lot of scoring in the first half. 34 points and no scoring yet, and halfway through the second half. Saints from the scrum. Rapati, good ball to Griffith, out to Quirk. Yes, he's in. Superb try from the Saints. Top thrower stuff, and Les Quirk finishes off with his 18th try. Saints